When the king is naked, vulnerable, attackable, what do? We've already mentioned in the previous lesson, my friends, that we could, for instance, bring in more pieces to defending the king, obviously. But there is also another idea. If you can, try to exchange, trade off the most active pieces of your opponents that actually aim at your king. So, again, very concretely looking at a few positions here. In this situation, black queen is just too close to the white king. And now, luckily, you can make sure that that piece, which is very active, disappears. It's being traded, and you just simply water down your opponent's attacking chances. You play something like queen c2, and you ensure that the black king will simply disappear. They have to take, because if they don't take, well, they are now forced to take, but we'll consider them taking, because if they don't, you're going to take anyway. So whatever they play, they can't just increase the attack on this. And you're having actually two minor pieces versus rook. Now, mentioning you got a bunch of passes here ready to moving up and aiming for promotion. Of course, there is a formality. You need to get those guys to actually play a bit more actively. Okay, so don't forget about activating your pieces. Don't just let them on the background. Get them to actually do stuff. Okay, let's look for the next scenario here. What have we gotten? An incredibly dangerous bishop looking at the h8, b2 diagonal. So we can't allow that bishop to reign supreme. There could be massive complications here. I mean, if you just consider ideas like this, I mean, you really have to be very careful about a possible battery in between the queen and the bishop. So best and wisest thing is get rid of that bishop. That's an active bishop. Trade them off immediately. And luckily there is a bishop a3. Bishop is pinned, can't move away. If they take your guy, you're going to take back with the queen, aiming at checking the king. If the king moves away, you're going to take the bishop regardless. And when they play something like rook h1 to e1, remember, the intermezzo, Wiesentzug moves, go on and now take that guy with tempo before you're actually engaging. Not necessarily to engage. Get rid of the bishop, king takes, and now just simply win yourself a nice little tempo here. You're checking the king, your rooks are connected, everything's fine, very playable. At this stage, you are boasting one pawn up, which is good for you. Not over yet, don't get me wrong, it doesn't mean now that's it, black has won and white will be resigning. No, but you're doing absolutely fine at this stage here. Probably winning because of your extra pawn. One pawn matters absolutely. But before you're getting there, another exercise for you, my friends. Very dangerous here, especially if they trade. I mean, there's something really that you have to be careful about. That queen teaming up with the rook, looking on the h-file down the board here. Trade off the white queen now. Exchange the white queen now. There is no later. You have one opportunity. Take advantage of it, or it will be too late, my friends. And the idea would be nicely queen to f5, checking the king, and attacking the queen. So now they, queen is being hit at the same time. It's a fork, so to speak. So they kind of forced to take your queen, because if they don't, you're going to take it. So when they take, you take back, you remove the most dangerous white piece, and now you're doing very well. Okay, the game will continue. At this stage, you've got no problem. Actually, you're a piece. No, you're not a piece up, but you're actually doing very well here. You are up a pawn, 4-3-7, 3-3-6. It's fine. Cool stuff. Next situation here. Let's identify the danger. We've got a bishop hitting very hard here. We've got the rook, and we've got the queen. You can't allow this to come to fruition. This is very, very dangerous. Okay, so you need to remove one of your opponent's active pieces. And now there is the queen and there is your queen, and you can play something with check forcing. So for instance, the check here, that you're attacking the black king again and you're forking the black queen. They will have to take your queen, and now you're taking bad. Equal chances for both white and black here. Doesn't mean you're going to win. Probably you're going to be focusing on attacking these guys here, and you try to create a passer. You got to keep an eye on these guys as long as you can. Not easy, not over, but definitely playing chances for both colors, and you manage to take the steam off a little bit and reduce the attacking power on the f2 weakness previously. Next exercise, my friends, let's identify the danger first. What white piece is hitting us very hard? We've got this. this, and we've got that. You totally cannot allow this to happen. This is way too serious. So before you actually coming up with some advanced strategies, let's just look at the nitty-gritty, the very concrete situation and reply needed here. And you've got something very cool. You just play this guy on e6 over to d5. You're opposing, you're stopping the cooperation between the bishop and the rook now. And now if they take or not, you already stopped that bishop hitting you on b7. And if they take, thank you very much. You're just taking back here. You don't have any problem. Black queen now is very active now. Maybe you got a chance. You might be able to double up on the e file at some point. Moving towards the next exercise here. That's already quite dangerous here. Look at the queen and the rook really threatening a checkmate right on the spot. Okay, so you have to first identify the danger. Secondly, ask yourself, can I trade the attacking pieces? Or if you cannot, bring over something to defend. In this position, there is no black queen, or there is no black piece that can jump in and defend the king. And look for trading one of the two pieces, and you definitely can. White queen again. You're going to play something like background check here. King is in check. They can't just move away because you're going to win, obviously. So when they take, you take back, and the game is absolutely super cool. You got yourself two nice little passes here, potentially queen, and awesome. What's not to like about this one? Shall we look at another one, perhaps? Okay, very dangerous, the battery, rook and queen. And look at h7 here. You got to make sure that actually you totally diminish the attacking power of your opponent. Okay, so you got a queen and you got a white queen. Is there any way? Pause the videos if you want, guys, and if you want to give yourself some chances to be thinking. And I'm going to tell you straight away, you've got a queen over to g5, checking the king, challenging the queen, regardless what they do. If they move the king, you're going to take the queen, and anyway, you've just got rid of that incredibly pesky, dangerous white queen there. And if they capture you, thank very much. I'm just going to take this guy here. I'm attacking, and very, very much playable in this position. Perhaps one more, my chess friends, before we calling it a day here. Let's identify, we got a bishop, we got a queen, we got a problem with h7. I'm totally aware there is a knight on f6, but if this knight disappears, or something, you can't allow this to happen. This is too dangerous. Absolutely too dangerous. And you can't even consider playing this crazy stuff here. You're weakening the king side even more. Absolutely do not do this kind of crazy stuff. Just try to challenge the queen and the bishop battery with something like bishop to e4, defending by the knight. You're definitely going to get rid of the bishop. Queen is going to move, I assume. And when they do so, you're going to go for the bishop on b1, get rid of this guy, and the game will continue very nicely, very beautifully. You might be able to just play this kind of things here, eliciting more pieces being traded. Thank you very much for watching this, guys. Subscribe to this channel. Follow me on my live streams, either YouTube or Twitch or Kick.com, etc. on my social media. And more beautiful stuff here coming for ourselves to enjoy and to learn from. Thank you.